and that rush and that feeling that you get when you look at something and you're just like, yeah, I've just done that.
Just for our audience, I guess let's just start with like where you grew up.
So I grew up in South Wales, in a small little town called Brecon, and for me, growing up, cooking was something that I was never interested in. I went to college to do public services. I wanted to become a police officer, and that's where I grew up and wanted to be. Mm-hmm. My dad and brother are chefs, so I knew that if that ever fell through, I'd always have something to work on. But it's a small town, and I wanted to branch out, and I want to be the best that I can be.
Only so many chippies, I guess.
Yeah, no, exactly. Phone shops and whatnot. But yeah, haircuts are not too bad. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like for me, for my dream and for my wants, it's you got to move and you got to get out. So, and which I did, and which I loved, and I've not looked back at all. So
it's so interesting that you say that, because it applies to everything, doesn't it? But there's a lot of people, when they don't leave the small town,
yeah,
it shows, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, 100%. They're only going to grow old and grey there. Do you know what I mean? And it's each to their own, and everyone's got their own wants and opinions or whatever. But for me, that's not what I want. Yeah. And it's very hard, relationship wise, because a lot of them break. Because a lot of people don't understand if they're not in the industry. And everyone's been out with everyone.
Yeah. And it's all gossip and this and that. But sometimes you don't know what you want until you do kind of venture out, and it's having that foresight at such a young age actually really important. I think I just wish there was a bit more of a way to spread awareness of that,
Yeah,
I'm a big proponent of it myself.
Same.
Man. So how old are you now?
24.
24. Yeah. You've worked in 2 Michelin star establishments at 24.
Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of myself for doing it.
Spot on,
but I mean, I moved out when I was just turning 20, and then I made my journey then over to Northcote. That's in Blackburn. 1 Michelin star under Lisa Goodwin-Allen, and massive respect for her, teaching me so many things. And I started my career there. The basics, going through the levels, understanding, being respectful, and I came to JÖRO, and the best thing I did, mate. Yeah, honestly, masses and masses.
Well, going to get into the nitty gritty of being a chef and how it compares to the bear and everything like that shortly, but I'd just love to know, what was the food like in your house growing up with 2 chefs?
It was great, mate. Yeah, there's no other words. It was always grand. Dad had obviously worked in some amazing places when he was young and gained that experience. So growing up, it wasn't like you had a menu. It wasn't like, right, Monday we're having this and Friday we're having fish and chips. It was whatever's in the fridge is what we're having for dinner. And Dad would just make up something, and every single time it was just delicious. Seconds, thirds, going back again. It was stunning.
So what kind of level was your dad at?
So when he was 28, he received a 1 Michelin star, and he was running Llangoed Hall, which is about 30 minutes away from my hometown.
It's like the OBE of cooking, that really, isn't it? So you're going to want to try and emulate what your dad's done. And
exactly. Yeah, following that footsteps is massive for me. As much as I look at like famous chefs these days and I try to follow theirs, sometimes it's not realistic. So following my dad's footsteps, it's not to say he's worse than them, because he was still very good. And it's nice going home, you finish a shift and you can call your dad and have a chat and have a little rant if you want to.
Use all the terminology,
and he knows everything.
Understands everything.
And that's what's nice.
So you've gone through that. You've got the inspiration, you've got the backing, obviously, as well. And what was that like? What was the first thing that made you think that you could do it for a living? Like, explain your first job and what made you want to stick with it.
So when I first started in the kitchen, bearing in mind there wasn't actually a good level at that point, I knew that I wanted more. So, and with cooking, I think in this industry, you often find that there's more to it than you think. Instead of just making a cheesecake, you can turn that cheesecake into 10 different other things. And it's the personality of cooking to what I love so much, to why I wanted more, to why I wanted to go further, to why I never looked back. So yeah, to answer your question, like, I wouldn't go back now because of, one, how far I am into it, but two, I wouldn't go back because it's everything that I want.
Yeah.
I dream of this now, and it's sick.
So it's like you've wanted to do it from day one,
Yeah.
and you've stuck at it.
Yeah, that's it. It's a dream. Everyone's got that, and that's what I want. But as I said, cooking is personality. You put something on your menu, it's all about who you are, what you want to eat, and everyone's got their own way of doing so.
You have any formal training, or is it just kind of
No, jump straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think culinary school provides a bit of a shortcut, right?
yeah, no, it does. Yeah, 100%. You get. My brother went to
Not that it's a bad
to
shortcut, but
college.
it's obviously like it saves you having to do that in them initial 5 years as a grill chef or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that when you go to college to do that, or a culinary school, you don't actually know the hours. You don't actually know what it's like to be in a kitchen. You're doing the hours of college times, not 10 hours a day as a minimum, or 16, 17 hours as a max.
Sat on a mop bucket eating hummus at
Yeah,
at the end of the shift.
it's a cucumber. Yeah, no, it's not for me. But I think it's better for any chefs out there who want to go into this industry when they're young. Get yourself into it.
And can you pinpoint what your first bad shift was like? Like you just thought, why am I doing this?
I think it's making the same mistake over and over again, and you're beating yourself up so for it. I remember so many situations, and I can sit on this podcast all day and happily speak about it. But the first day it ever happened and I made such a big mistake, that's the point that you turn back. Yeah, and it's like, oh no, I don't want to do this anymore. Because you've put yourself in like such a rabbit hole, and mate, it's hard to pick yourself up back from it.
Yeah.
You just got to be strong, and you just got to be so, like, your mindset has got to be so with it to keep going.
I think like 30 tickets at 10 to 10, like, is probably character building at this point, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I think, yeah.
Turn everything off, like the classics, everything's off, and you're like cleaned, and like 20 people walk in, and you're like, great.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. I think that's the headache for a lot of it. And you see it all over social media. I do, mate. And it's literally like kitchen closed at 8:30 and check on. 29 past 9. It's like, fuck off.
Great. And so you mentioned like the kind of hours that you do. Like, so what does a normal day actually look like for you? Because I imagine there's a lot more to this game than what people know. Yeah. And love to kind of get a bit of a clearer picture, really. So what does like a normal day actually look like?
So early mornings, you're usually starting from about 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and you come in. You'd have already done your prep list the day before. You know what's going on, and you put orders away. They're all checked, everything like that. Invoices go into separate folders, and you just get your head down and crack straight on. Your head chef, executive chef will come over to each section, look at what you're doing, see what you've got going on for the day. And if it's one of them where you've all got such a busy day and you sort of can just tackle it together. You know, we all run rings around each other at JÖRO, and we know that this person can jump onto this section to do this, to do that. So as I said, to go in, to get your orders away, to get your head down and crack on with prep, you've only got a short amount of time before lunch service starts. So it's massively crucial to not piss about.
So it's almost like, for me or any other job, you have to do a little bit of admin for that portion of your shift before service. Yeah, it's like, I know I've got to prep this tomorrow. We've got a booking of this. We have to make all the orders for this. And you mentioned it. What is your position currently at your
Junior Sous Chef? Nice. So that's a recent promotion.
Well done, mate.
Thanks to Luke and Stacey. And yeah, they've given me that opportunity, and I obviously appreciate it so much. And it's given me that understanding about rules and responsibilities so young of an age,
of course,
which I think is great. To learn it whilst you're young is a lot better. So I mean, days are long and they can be brutal, but you're a team and you work together and you got each other's backs. So
So I've done catering, cooking, and stuff. You do all kind of different. I've worked in kitchens before. Like I was like this grill chef for about 4 years. Did a bit of ramen stuff in Manchester, and all just like commie, like if that, whatever. And the one thing that kind of really surprised me about kitchens is that chefs, a lot of them as well, a lot of them do like to go on like the Gordon Ramsay, and like they like to balloon up over stuff, and it's just not productive whatsoever. And I'm like, mate, we're all on minimum wage here, man. And this was about 8 years ago when it was £7.50 an hour. I was like, is it really worth what we're going through here? And it kind of opened my eyes a little bit, and I was just like, it's probably not for me, this job. Do you know what I mean? So what kind of experiences have you had that would surprise people about professional kitchens, especially at such a high level?
I think when you I think for me, starting at such the bottom of the position, the worst pub that you can find, growing up, maturing, seeing different levels of food, bigger covers. I think you grow with it as time goes by. You get yourself into a 3 Michelin star straight from the bat. Yeah. Your head goes straight away.
Well, a commie in a pub's different to a commie in a...
Well, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a different level to that straight away.
Yeah. And like, what's your biggest misconception about chefs that you've kind of found? Could be good or bad, really. I think there is that misconception that they are all these hot-headed, kind of, you hear some crazy horror stories and stuff, and I think that's probably a massive misconception. But I'd love an opposite side, maybe like a good one.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely puts you off, especially when you're young, because you think, are you just going to turn out to be these same pricks that you're looking up to, 15, 20, 30 years down the line sort of thing. So I think, it definitely is a bit like intimidating and can put a lot of people off when they're young. But you are who you are. And if you have that dream and you know what you want to be in 20 years' time, and when you are that head chef, and you're not going to look and think, well, I want to be like him, because it's not, because you know how to speak to people, you don't get hot-headed, or it's about what you love.
It's almost a bit like parenting, isn't it? So, like they say, to be a good parent, you just don't make the same mistakes that your parents made. Yeah. It's a similar kind of thing.
Yeah,
really,
and exactly.
Yeah. And like, I think there is a duty of care from head chefs though, because I don't know that level. I've never like worked or whatever, but you see it's always dramatized, and I imagine there probably is quite a big aspect of psychological pressure, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, when you see it all over social media, you never see the positive sides of anything. No. It's all the bad hate and the shouting and the screaming and the swearing that you see.
Because it's what people like to watch, isn't it?
No one's gonna sit and watch that's what gets the views.
Yeah, no one's going to sit and watch like a half-an-hour video of a busy kitchen and just having a laugh and buzz off it, are they? So, I know that they have kind of like their own stresses, but it's part of the job, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't be taking it out kind of on people. So it does happen though.
Of course it does. Like anywhere you go, it's always going to happen. Yeah. But you want someone to look up to. You want someone who's going to give you that critical feedback, a leader, to be that team player, to have your back, not just to stick a finger in your back and say this is wrong and not tell you why you've done it wrong, or not show you.
Pour a ladle of butter down your ass crack.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these people are bringing it down to us. So the best experience you can get, and all the experience you can get then, is the best time. And if they're just being hot-headed and taking their anger out on you, well, you're not getting the experience. And it's not really fair on the people that are young when they want to learn and when they want to go far.
It's a bit of gatekeeping, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It might be inadvertent, but you want the industry to progress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course.
Someone such young as yourself in such a good position shows that with a little bit of resilience, and a bit of oomph behind you, you can do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Have to find the right environment, right?
Yeah.
And like, with it being so stressful, and I imagine the ups and downs are pretty crazy, what's like the most stressful part of your job?
I'm going to be brutally honest, but like, I don't really think there is anything.
Great.
JÖRO is very calm.
Yeah.
And we are all so chilled, and
That's
we love
amazing.
what we do. There is no stress to side of it. Like, if it gets busy and you feel like you're a bit behind, just speed it up.
That's a better answer than a big negative, clip that we could put something in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just so, I'd much rather someone sit here and say that my mental health and my pressures don't really exist because my job's great.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what you want to hear, innit, at the
Yeah.
end of the day. But on the flip side, though, what's the best part of working there? If it's so good all the time, like, there must be something that sticks out.
Food's amazing.
Yeah.
The boys are amazing. Can have a laugh when the time's right.
Yeah.
But it's people, I think. That's all it is. You're with these people more than you're at home, more than you're asleep. You see these people, they are your family.
Absolutely, and it sounds so cliche because I hear that all the time, but there's a reason it's a cliche, right? It's because it's true.
Yeah,
you spend more time with your work colleagues than your own family a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Especially on 17-hour days, mate.
Yeah.
So you've got to get on with them, haven't you?
Well, that's what I mean.
You know?
You're not getting along with them so time passes. You do find that level of friendship and that level with the boys.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
There's definitely camaraderie in a job which requires such skill, such finesse, and being able to maintain high quality under pressure. Do you know what I mean? Like office environments and stuff, I'm sure there is, but those kind of things. And I don't want to trivialise being in the army because it's not what I'm saying. Yeah. But there's a element of like high pressure, 50 tickets, whatever, let's get this done, and you're all under the same stress. And at the end of it, you're like, we're fucking mintos. I imagine you've learned, obviously, previous place and all through. As you go in, learning your rosettes, all that kind of stuff. But what's one dish that you've made like thousands of times now that's like got your eyes closed, easy to go to, and you just absolutely just make it with?
Is that personal to outside of work or inside of work?
Yeah, I mean, I guess what's the dish you've made the most in your life?
Pasta.
Yeah.
Because it's easy, because I love it, because it's what I grew up eating. Yeah. Again, with pasta, it's not just pasta. Pasta, there's 10, 15, 20 things you can do with it.
It's impressive as well.
So yeah, pasta, mate. Pasta is the key to my heart any day of the week.
That's it, innit? You can just, pasta, sorted. Pasta in that, put that in there, a bit of ketchup.
You can go to Tesco and get a 20-kilo bag, mate. Yeah. Sorts you for weeks.
And what was the previous place called, sorry?
Northcote.
Yeah. So what, because it's not a million miles away, it's still the north of England, right? But how did JÖRO come onto your radar while you were working in Blackburn?
Right, okay. So Northcote do Obsession. So what that is basically a set amount of days in a row. Each night there's a guest chef.
Yeah.
Across the world.
Nice.
1-star, 2-star, 3-star, whoever it is, and they showcase what they do. And it's exciting. All the chefs at Northcote get to see different people day in, day out, do a little bit of prep with them, help them if they need it. And
like seminars almost.
Yeah, literally.
Lovely. Yeah, class.
And I started my first year through Obsession, and Luke French's Obsession night was the day that I was off. I came into the next day, and all the boys said, he is amazing. His scallop dish is beautiful. And I thought, okay, amazing. I think I have to go see, who this guy is. And I can't lie, I've never heard of him. And I'm so glad I took that job. Yeah. Because, one, I wouldn't be here because of all their nominations they've given to me and trusted me and given me these promotions and responsibilities to prove to them that I can do it. But yeah, I think it's crazy. If I'd have never asked the boys at Northcote how was Luke French's night, I would have never been here. Yeah. So
it's crazy when you think what kind of butterfly effect usually happens, and where your life is and stuff. Where are you at with your recognition and certification and whatnot and your awards and stuff?
So,
is it like a program? You have to get a rosette 1, 2, 3. Then you how does that work?
So rosettes are run by AA.
Yeah.
In which you can get a maximum of 5.
What is it with these tyre companies, man, and road tyre companies?
And Michelin's, they get a fat man or some plate. I went to a dinner in London, and basically that was for the National Restaurant Awards Rising Stars. Mm-hmm. And you get nominated by your boss, and whether that's kitchen, sommelier, front of house, or whatever, and you just hope that you make it into the top 25, in which I did.
Oh, well done, mate.
So we went to London at Le Cordon Bleu, and it was amazing. Had a really nice meal, got to see some familiar faces on social media, not that I had met them in person, and just to branch out and just to speak to everybody. And that was the first ever massive like award for me. And I felt over the moon. I thought like, I'm winning here, keep going. Like all this work over the past few years is paying off. And then I got the invitation to then go to the Restaurant Awards, National Restaurant Awards in London, at the magazine, which is literally just right next to the O2. And I met some amazing chefs, got myself out there and spoke to all these lovely people. And again, that's another big thing to my career. Nice. So,
suppose with, you know, a Michelin star dad and a French mum, like it was always going to be the case, you know.
Yeah.
So like, was there ever any kind of, were they ever like battling it out between them? Because your mum must be able to whip something up as well, man. Just being French by default. You know?
I mean, French cuisine, yes. When it comes to day-to-day cooking, can't even put beans on toast together, mate.
Yeah, it's probably insulting to it, you know what I mean? Whip up a coq au vin, no problem. And what is that? So you've got these now these accolades and momentum and stuff. So how do you start to work towards that first like Michelin star of yours that you're obviously going for, you know, in your dad's footsteps?
Yeah.
What's the progression? What's the path?
Keep working hard, keep doing what I do every single day, keep moving from place to place, seeing different people's like technical ways of doing things and people's different cuisines, what they've got going in different places, and just learning that when I'm young. The more I learn now, I can get it in.
Like forgetting more than some people will ever learn, sort of job, literally, like,
And that's the path for me, just another place after another to after another. And it means moving about, but it's cool because you get to see loads of cities and loads of different things. You get to meet some amazing people, and those people that are growing up in that same position as you, same sort of age, are going to be in this industry 20 years later. So they're your best friend.
Yeah, of course.
So
I imagine as well is like you make friends with everyone. You've darted all over the place, and you've got mates all over the country, all over the world.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, we've got a position here, mate. Do you fancy coming over to LA? Do you fancy coming over? You know what I mean? And I imagine it becomes like that network. So it's just like anything, then, doesn't it? Like, you've seen what the guys at Fallow do. Fallow London. I love their content. It's just like I'm obsessed with a cartoon. I only know what a cartouche is because of those guys. Do you know what I mean? And there's the way that they like put their content out, and they're on the pulse with what's popular and stuff today, and everyone loves it. But they're also fucking amazing chefs, man. The stuff that they make, like.
But me and my brother always had that plan. And in that mind of like, let's open up our own place, wouldn't that be so sick?
Yeah.
And doing that content and doing that and growing together. But right now, that's not
on the cards right now, I guess.
Cards.
So what level is your brother at?
Same position. He's 2 years older than me.
Yep.
But he's worked in some amazing places as well. And my brother's always maybe shied away from a promotion because he wants to be at the bottom. He wants to be so young, and he wants to keep learning and learning and learning. The higher you go up, the more responsibilities you take, the less that you cook. And I think that's why my brother loved going from place to place and going right back down to the bottom, no matter if he had 2 promotions in one place. It didn't matter to him. It didn't define him who he was. And he loved what he did. So
it's not that he feels like he can't do the job, it's more he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
What a guy.
He wants to...
He's sticking to what he loves, man.
Yeah. And when it comes to that age, you know, he turns 27 this year, and, you know, a few years down the line, I'm sure that he'll be more than happy to take a bigger step. But at 27, to be in this industry for upcoming 10 years...
What's the rush, you know?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm 37 now, and I still kind of, like... I'm thinking to myself, got time yet?
Yeah.
Still got a little bit left in the tank. You know?
So,
like 27, baby still, mate. Would you love? Have you ever cooked with him or worked with him with your brother?
Haven't, no. But again, it's always been something that we spoke about, and I think we all you know, sit and have a chat, and we're all like, oh, imagine this or imagine that.
Yeah.
But is it something that you'll ever follow? I mean, it's my brother and I love him to pieces, so it's got to be done.
One day, mate.
It's got to be done.
Just get learning,
Yeah.
get together. Now, what kind of restaurants is he like working in at the minute? Is he in Michelin stars, cooking?
Yeah, so he first started in near London, Slough area, and it was only a 3 rosette. Didn't have it.
Only that.
I make it sound like I'm so high up in this world.
That's great.
But yeah, he started at that level, and he was there just under 2 years, and he made his way up to 2 Michelin star. And again, same as me, absolutely like caned it. So
does the pressure increase as the Michelin star? Is it more a case of consistency over time gets more Michelin stars, or is it literally better, higher pressure, more expensive? You know what I mean? Like, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? How does the continuation of the Michelin stars work?
I think being in a 1 star for 5 years and keeping at that same level is great. But if you don't have that want and that big push to want to get 2, then you need to go find that somewhere else. It depends on the chef. It depends on the big boss, what he wants. And at the end of the day, there's nothing that you can do about it. So working in a 1 star is great, and working in a 2 star, I don't know that yet, but it may be amazing in the 3 the same. Of course, it's going to get harder, no doubt. It's going to get so tough, and it's going to be longer hours, and it's going to be more pressure than before. But it depends what you want, and for me at the moment, consistency is key.
Yeah, absolutely.
Staying at that 1 star and working my way up in them is all I want. I'm not fussed about 2, I'm not fussed about 3. 1 star's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
just you don't know what the future holds. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
And like having that on your resume already is absolutely stellar. Isn't it, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But what makes JÖRO different? Because obviously every restaurant Michelin stars are all different, aren't they? Like, you don't really get 2 the same Michelin star restaurants.
Of course.
So what makes them guys different?
I think I'm going to have to go back to what I said about being so calm.
Yeah.
Because we're an open kitchen into the restaurant,
Yeah.
it's massive. We need to look presentable. We need to look smart. And I think the guests, more than anything, can see how calm we are. That's why I like it. In terms of the food, obviously it's European with East Asian flavours.
Yeah, pan,
so
like
you get 2 things together. Do you know what I mean? You can have a scallop, but you can have an Asian this or an Asian that. And I think that's what I like about it, is that I feel like you're almost learning double of what you're doing. Or,
yeah, of course.
because you're seeing 2 things in a cuisine and not just one. I think that's why it's so different, and why we stand out, and why we're rising so much at the minute.
I've always been really, really intrigued in the way just the way flavour profiles work and stuff, and how fusion cuisine kind of, because you might have like spices and whatnot from one country that are fucking unbelievable with, you know, fish and chips or something. and just the way, and I know pretty much everything's been done to death now, there's fusion, everything. But it's really interesting you say that you're learning 2 things at once working at a fusion place, and it's not just like run of the mill either. Yeah. You know? Like, how would you describe the food to someone who's like never been, you know, just kind of best you can really without?
I'd probably say like it's unexpected. What you eat, you wouldn't imagine what would work. So we got a scallop course at the moment, and we've got a Thai strawberry hot sauce. To you, that sounds silly.
I mean, I get it though. You know?
Yeah,
I sort of get it, because like strawberry sweet, it could be Thai sweet chili, but the sweetness is working. I've got a bit of a food brain, of course. I'm fucking 17 stone, but like like some people like that, like you say, they'd be like, what is? How does that work? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no,
100%. It's so unexpected for even foodies to this day. Like, they go from place to place and they see all these, try all these lovely ingredients. JÖRO is massively different, as I said, to me, because you've got two. As I said, I'm learning two things at once. They're learning two things at once. They're trying two different flavours that they think would never match. We're doing things differently with how we run the kitchen. You know, I think a lot of people and a lot of places you go to, they're the same. You know, we run rings around each other. We all know what's going on. Instead of one person only knowing what he does and one person only know what he does, it's nice to have a team that knows everything
inside and out. So if someone's off, they can fill the gaps. Yeah.
That's the most important part to it. But we're a small team. We're a small kitchen. And I think that's what's a lot better. And I think that's what's a lot nicer because, again, going back, you get to grow with that team.
And what's your favourite thing on the menu at the minute then?
A lot of people's favourites is trout celeriac.
Ah, right, okay.
But my favourite is a new little petit four we've got going on, bakewell tart.
The what?
Bakewell tart.
Ah, right, okay, great.
So it sounds, everyone knows a bakewell tart, but how we do it is so different. So
interesting.
But that would be a petit four if we're talking courses. It's trout all day long. So fresh.
Yeah.
Got that acidity to it. And the trout that's unbelievable.
I need to start eating some more trout in my life, you know, man. It's just
yeah.
I don't. Maybe I need to try it at JÖRO.
Yeah.
Maybe that would change me, you know.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, man, I just can't deal with it. I'm like, it's so fishy. We've spoken about what Michelin star food is like, and you know who does it and where it comes from and everything. But what does it actually mean day to day to be Michelin star level? Because I think there's the label. Even myself would be like, it's just fancy food. That's what makes it a Michelin star. Do you know what I mean? But what does it actually mean, man?
It's about service, though, to me. Like, yeah, it's about fancy food, but it's also learning, like, you need to take what you want with it.
It's like black belt of food, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
at that level where if you're going into it, you got to give it your best shot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to put it. Yeah, I think the outsiders would always say, like, fancy food. But I guess you don't know until you're in it. But I think the best way I can, like, probably describe it is just hard work, dedication, sweat and tears. But do you know when you do something right and you look at it and you're like, fuck yeah, I just did that.
Yeah.
That is when you're like, oh, I feel good. Like that adrenaline there and that rush and that excitement, that build-up that you've just got in yourself, that's what Michelin's all about.
You've made something that's not only up to spec, it's like beyond standard. It's like the best, and you know to yourself that represents everything that this brand is about, and it's quite literally the pièce de resistance of the thing, like, you know what I mean?
Being consistent then, doing it time again is like the best. And then you do something new and then you do it for the first time and you've done it like the best it can be. It's that excitement to me and that rush and that feeling that you get when you look at something and you're just like, yeah, I've just done that.
I suppose it's like being in the Premier League, playing for a Premier League team, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that level is consistently high performance. Has to be the best level every time. No matter if you're having a bad day, your dog's died, whatever you're in, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter what's going on, you got to leave your shit out the door, like make sure that you perform. And then literally just be as consistent as...
It's a standard.
Yeah, it's a standard.
And you have to follow that.
Yeah. And I imagine, I don't even want to use the term minimum, but I imagine the minimum standard of a Michelin star chef is, being in a Michelin star restaurant is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know?
It's high.
It's high.
Stupidly high.
Yeah.
But it's fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
It
must be quite liberating as well, knowing that you have that you're capable of such a thing, and it's like, for me, I am actually like quite talented here. You know? And that you can not. Did you ever deal with imposter syndrome? Like, maybe have you always believed in yourself? Like, because imposter syndrome is like, I shouldn't be here. Why am I even doing it? Questioning yourself. Because you either go one or two. Sometimes you can kind of go too far into arrogance. Do you know what I mean? How have you kept so level-headed?
I mean, I can't lie to you. Like, I'm not really confident in what I do.
Yeah.
Like, self-confidence and cooking, like, I'm not at that level where I am actually doing it. But again, like, you just keep doing the same thing over and over and again. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
So you can either sit there and walk away and cry and say you quit, and that's the easiest thing to do, or you can just pull your socks and just do it.
Yeah.
Just shut up and do it. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. So
yeah, it's you wouldn't be there if you couldn't do it, would you?
Yeah.
I imagine a Michelin star restaurant hiring process is pretty thorough. You know,
it's and there's interviews, there's trials, there's 300 questions that they ask you.
Yeah.
And you either get it or you don't.
Yeah.
But you go in, and if you want it, you're gonna chase it.
Yeah.
You know, anyone can do anything.
Yeah.
To put their mind to it. So it may seem like, wow, he's so good, but just do it and you'll get to that level.
Yeah. You can only be good at something if you want to be good at it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, I mean, some people are naturally like gifted at stuff.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm not, mate.
But if you look at something and think, right, I'm going to put some serious time and effort into this, you will naturally just get better at it, won't you? So,
yeah, of course.
Like, I'm really curious though to hear, we were talking about the minimum standards there. What kind of standards do have to be maintained? Is there like, obviously a lot of this is like common sense, right? Like, you know, you wash your hands like every so often, and you know, these are like your basics from your, what are they called now, from the what are they called now, the food authority people?
EHO.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, you've got like EHO standards and everything like that. But is it like, if you got someone else, like, wash your, you know, like it's been 15 minutes, wash your hands, do this, change your gut, like whatever.
No, I think as you said, it is common sense.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just going to go from a vegetable to a raw bit of chicken and not actually touch your hands, or from the other way around. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's raw to cooked or a vegetable to vegetable, just wash your hands.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, start fresh. Doesn't it not make you feel better? Like, you're starting cleanly every single job that you do, clean, wipe, do it again. And you just go from job to job to job. So you don't need someone like telling you what to do. Like, because you're at that level, you're at that standard, and you maintain that standard throughout. It's more of a headache if you've got someone behind you saying wash your hands. So why bother? Like, just do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, save yourself a bollocking, save yourself, you know, anything.
Yeah, of course. I guess I'm just trying to really dissect what it would be like, you know, and how there's a lot of like mystification about it from like TV and stuff, you know. What's the gloves versus bare hands debate though in your kitchen? Because like they say just wash your hands every time. It's just as kind of like, rather than changing your gloves and stuff and environmental and whatnot. Like, what's your kitchen like?
We don't wear gloves.
No.
But you have to bear in mind that you've got people watching you. So again, wash your hands. Common sense. You're just coming back to that. If you're just going to go from this to that and someone's watching you the whole time, and it can be quite intimidating.
Yeah.
That's at the first, like when we first opened. Our first day was the 4th of December last year. And honestly, like, it felt like really weird. I don't like it.
Like,
because every place,
regimental, kind of militaristic.
You go to a place and where's the kitchen? Oh, it's just in a shed, you know, down the road, or it's just in this box. They got no windows, they got no nothing. You don't see it because it's not open, it's all behind closed doors, so you don't know what it's like. Yeah. But as soon as you go to an open kitchen, to me, it's better. You get to see expressions, either they're liking it or they're not. But yeah, just wash your hands.
Wash your hands, literally. Yeah. You can kind of we can go back and forth all day. I actually think as well, people will probably just keep, like, in some places, keep the same pair of gloves on a bit longer than they probably should.
Yeah.
Because it looks cleaner.
Because it looks clean. Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more.
And I'm like, when was the last time you changed your gloves, bro?
Don't even need to wash them, mate.
Yeah,
Nah. I mean, we use gloves for...
So, yeah, like gutting fish and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, like... You're going to wash your hands at the end of it, so no matter what you do, as long as they're clean at the start and clean at the end, you know, it's absolutely fine.
It's not surgery.
So, no, exactly. You may get a bit of blood and guts, but just grow up a little bit.
And do you think, you're saying you're not long been open, you know, in relation to a lot of other places?
It wasn't last year, but the year before that. So it's been, you know, about a year and a half.
Year and a half, 18 months.
So
was it Michelin star from the jump? No.
Nah.
No.
So obviously we were at Crinkle in Kelham Island. Seeing our transition was the most beautiful thing in the world.
But it was.
It was tough.
Yeah.
And we all walked into the first day and we're like, what do we do? So what do you mean? The menu is exactly the same, mate. But yeah, like we just cracked on.
What was it like? Oh, we got it. Everyone sat around you. Whatever. The Michelin guy bursts through the door, tells you you've got your star. What happens?
We're all screaming, mate. We're all shouting. But obviously how it works is obviously you get like inspectors and they come down, and at JÖRO we get a lot of one-tops. So it could be anyone. But again, it comes off an email. It comes, and Lucas Stacey.
Explain a one-top for a
so
for the, you know, terminology challenged such as myself. What's a one-top?
So one cover sitting on a table on their own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So
could be a mystery shopper.
It could be anyone, but then a two-top can be exactly the same.
Yeah, fair.
It could be they try to make it, especially when you haven't got that star or you haven't got that said accolade. They're not going to make it obvious.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got to make
sure.
sure.
In like a party of six. You know,
but you got to make it like everyone is a VIP. Simple as that. Yeah. You don't just slack because you've got 4 covers on a lunch sitting or 20. It doesn't matter. Consistency all the way.
And now, how integral do you think JÖRO is in Sheffield's food scene? Because is it Sheffield's only Michelin star restaurant?
It is, yeah.
Exactly. So there must be like a lot of, let's say, clout behind them.
I mean, we're getting so much like recognition.
Yeah.
Like, so much. To be that first in Sheffield is amazing. But we're in Uterbridge. The old paper mill couldn't be a better place for it at all. It's beautiful. It's different. And that's what we're all about at JÖRO. We stand out. So yeah.
I think Sheffield's food scene in general as well, there's just so many good things, man, as well. So it's super competitive, the food market in general. But even like your little, like Aberdale Road and Ecclesall Road, all those kind of little eateries with like 30 seats, some of them are absolutely mind-blowing what they do. You know, it could just be Neapolitan pizza or whatever, you know, and it's sick. I was saying this today that like a menu just 4 things on and each one of them is just mind-blowing. Yeah. So the competition is massive is what I'm saying, because you might offer a different product, but the different product might, like some people might, that's not for me, that I'd rather just get a cheese butty and it'd be the best cheese butty I've ever fucking had in my life, you know what I mean? And so have you noticed like any shift to maybe places that you go? How influential basically is what I'm getting at, do you think JÖRO is on Sheffield and its surrounding establishments?
Yeah, I do think it's a word of mouth. I think a lot of people, it's getting bigger for that. But we're standing out for ourselves, but we want business. So we have to do the best we can to get the word of mouth out there. And it is like that. We get amazing reviews. As soon as you get that 5-star review, you tell your nan's dog's fish. Do you know what I mean? Like, and everyone's coming. So yeah, we just have to keep, branching out and be busy every single day, doing the same thing every single day, no matter of a doubt. Like, X amount of people that are in Sheffield, 75% of them know what's going on.
And then have you noticed the step up in other restaurants around the area and stuff like that? I don't know if you do market research or whatever, but I imagine there can be quite a bit of a...
I mean, for like where we are, like we don't see, because there is no like shops around us. There's not something that's opposite the road.
Yeah.
There's not something that's next to us where you can just on your break have a little walk by and it's like, oh, they're dead. Yeah, you know why? Because they're all in here. But you don't see that. And that's quite a shame, really, because I'd like to
friendly competition's
see that.
Nice,
but
isn't
yeah,
it? You know,
we're all in the same boat.
Of course, mate.
Everyone's all running a business of their own. So why would you want the worst for people when you know that this industry is tough?
We need to kind of look after each other, man, because establishments are closing left, right, and centre. Look at Manchester. Places in Manchester are just like establishments and institutions gone overnight, and it's happening everywhere. I just wish that more people could be, you know, a bit more understanding of that, man, especially like the general public, because it is so hard.
Yeah.
Do you have to kind of have you dealt with any kind of difficult customers, horror story kind of things?
And I mean, you always get that sort of one person that likes to complain for the sake of it because they want their money back.
Yeah.
But you came to eat, you've eaten the food, and then you complain. It's a bit rogue.
Yeah.
So.
It's really commendable, man, to be one. Just have like at the moment that you just, and in the best way possible. It's like this one track mind. It's like. And that's the reason we wanted to have you on, is because you achieved so much in such a short amount of time because I imagine a lot of sacrifice in doing what you do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like lost so many connections, you know, friend of a friend or whatever growing up, and you go from place to place. It's inevitable that it's going to happen, which is a shame. These you boys growing up that you've had in school for 20 years, 10. So, like... It's a shame, really, but it's your life. It's what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Friends are gonna come and go, but family stays.
Yeah, family stays, and like you say, you the guys you're working with, you know, they're like family.
That is my family now.
Yeah, and you have to make the most of that.
Yeah.
So do you kind of socialise with the guys from the kitchen, or do you not have time?
I mean, they're my family, and I love them. But days off, I couldn't think of anything worth spending time with them. So, and I think, you know, again, what puts people off in this industry is the hours and how it's so hard. And they think, oh, like, I'm never going to get time with my friends. But like, you do, and you will. But again, like, I think that's what a lot of people are put off by, is the sociable side of it. Yeah. But you got to make the most of it because they come around quick. Your days off, whether you're off 2 days a week or 3 days, if they're split shifts, if they're split days off, or if they're together, you've got to get yourself up early, and which is the hardest thing because all you want to do is stay in bed till 2 o'clock and then do nothing after that. But you can't, because you'll end up feeling worse. And I've put myself in that situation, and it's the hardest thing. And it's the hardest thing to then get yourself out of, to get into a different routine, to tell yourself, right, get up at 10 o'clock, go down to the gym. Do this or do that. It doesn't have to be anything stupid. Go out for a walk. It's something. It's getting you up.
Yeah.
Once you're in that routine, your days off become longer. You enjoy them a lot more. You're happier. When you go back to work, you're full of life.
Yeah, of course.
Instead of you're like half tired and.
Because you've got a personal life as well. It's not just all. And that's a really interesting point. Is that if you just work as much as you do, and then all you do is go to bed, sleep, get up an hour before your shift and go to work and come back and do the same thing, you don't know anything else, do you?
No.
So like how do you fit, like, are you working towards anything outside of work personally, whether it be like a fitness goal or like, is there anything else that you're doing?
No, I mean, I used to do so much, like hobbies wise when I was young. I had so much going on. Football, cricket, rugby, hockey, everything, swimming. I used to love it. And I'm a black belt in a martial art as well, which I spent about 10 years doing. But
what is it you trained?
Aikido.
Oh, nice, mate.
Yeah, so a black belt in that.
No mean feat, is it? No mean feat, man.
Nah. So I think, like on your days off, for me, going to the gym, going for a walk, going for a run.
That explains the discipline, though. That explains it.
Yeah.
10 years of that,
You have to do that. you'll end up in a worse position if you rest. And it sounds so weird because it sounds so backwards because you're tired and all you want to do is sleep. But once you're overtired, it hurts more.
Yeah, oversleeping's actually.
So-
I only kind of the last couple of years have really understood how bad oversleeping can be.
Yeah.
Because it just sets you in this cycle, doesn't it? You get out of bed at 2.
Yeah.
And then now you're supposed to go to bed at 10 then.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Nah.
Like, and then you got to go up for the next. Yeah, no chance. You have to get yourself up, and if that industry's then not for you, man, you got to maybe think, you know,
Yeah.
what else can I do? So yeah, and on that note, mate, really, I'd just love to know, with someone who's got as much experience as you have, what would you say to someone who's getting into hospitality tomorrow? Your one piece of advice.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Honestly, just go do it. Like listening to a lot of people's opinions is great because you can take them, you can leave them, but you just have to have that correct mindset, and you just have to go do it.
Just come correct every single day.
Yeah, just your first couple of days always gonna be bad, but you're learning, so you have to take that with a pinch of salt and come back the next day and do your best you can. And just keep going, day in, day out. And it will come and it will follow. It's the same as me, you know, working straight from the bottom. I thought, you know, I never thought that I'd get to this level. But put your mindset to it.
There you are at 24.
Yeah, no, exactly. But that's only because, you know, I had that correct mindset.
Yep.
And that I wanted it. If you want something, just go chase it. Don't be afraid. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to those negative thoughts. If it's something that you don't like, at least you can turn around and say that you tried.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
right. Yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
Pretty solid life advice as well. You can apply that to most things, can't you?
Yeah.
I guess a well-travelled man with a black belt in Aikido and has probably learned quite a lot of transferable skills there, haven't you, mate?
Yeah.
So, mate, thank you very much. It's great to have you here.
Yeah,
James,
it's been
man,
amazing.
Honestly, and it's been class to have you on today. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.